Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. How are you today? Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Hit the daily CRUMB to help you along your way today. Well, we hope so. Anyways, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever time of the day this is for you. And welcome to the Daily CRUMB with me, Wingy Bay, Miss Yucky Quay. Ow, your friendly, freaky ass, ow, sweetgrass water medicine woman. Also, Christiana Carr. Chris Carr. Superstar. All this beautiful divine being right here. And welcome all you beautiful divine beings right here too. And how grows it with you? Hey, 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 it's the Saturday morning. Ooh, what time it is for me? What time is it for you? Here we grow. Ow. Tired. I go to bed early. And my kids are home and I'm up really late. That's alright. I started sleeping. Girl was sleeping in my bed last night. Didn't get her sheets washed. Yeah. It's the thing. I'm trying. I am not a failure as a mother when you're dealing with these physical issues, and hey, there is a real risk. I keep pushing it when I'm here on my own. I don't have my my fallen and I can't get up button because the assistance that I'm on won't do a monthly maintenance thing. They'll do a one-time payment thing, but they won't do a monthly maintenance thing, and I can't afford that right now. I have money that I could put on insurance for my van. I'm actually using that to put in orders for that Melaleuca, so maybe get some income coming in that way. But I'm not a pushy person, so if you want to learn about it, there's links in there. You can get a free scan, and that would help. That would help a lot, and it's help you get healthy. It's great, healthier products and stuff like that too. So I love that. So I'm working on that supplements and things. I mean, the doctor I've been working with, Dr. George Grant, he's helps people reverse autoimmune disorders, diseases, whatever, like fibromyalgia. He's helped somebody who was insulin dependent become not insulin dependent, leveling out their blood sugars or whatever that was, and not telling anybody to stop their medications. It's just follow these supplements that he recommends and stuff in about 3 months, and he says, and then it's your own doctors that will say, okay, well, there's no need for this anymore. Wait for your doctor to tell you to stop taking that medication that the doctor prescribed. So I really appreciate that. I feel his integrity. He's really there to really help and wants to make others healthy. Like Dr. George Grant, and then Laura Cross is the other one I'm working with. That's how I got connected. Laura Cross down in Missouri connected me to Dr. George Grant, who's up here in my area in Richmond Hill. So anyways, check out the links in my descriptions for that. Book a scan and let them know that I referred you. It's the only way you can be able to book a scan with Laura Cross is to let them know I referred you. And if you feel it, sign up. Right now, if you sign up underneath me, it's just $1 for the whole year. It's a membership, right? You can shop as not a member, but You know, it's a whole lot cheaper to shop as a member, like at Costco, right? Whatever that is. It's not spending more, it's just replacing all the cleaning products and stuff too, so I need that. So I kind of like that now. It's making sure I'm getting those supplements, and I just started a Peak Performance Pack. So easy. But I need to give that care to myself, right? You gotta give that care to self, because sometimes we're the only one that's gonna do that, right? I gotta take my health seriously, because if I don't, nobody else will. Already, they want to listen to others. Say that it's something that it's not. Like they know. Like they know better than doctors and stuff like that. Like they know me better than I do, because, you know, they're living inside my body. Right? No. Anyways. Tired. Disappointed. Fallen into that trap where it's a guilt with the kids, or, you know, I don't know what that is. It's just, it's not the mother I used to be. Got lost in that abuse. Oh no. You know, I'm working on that in my home. Doesn't matter what those do on the outside, all that here in my home. And I need that respect. I need those boundaries. Children need boundaries. Right? I'm doing that over-explaining and things like that too. And you know what? Love that. Reminded in the Courage to Create class. No is a full sentence. We don't have to explain. And especially to our children. We get caught up in all this explaining. Yeah, okay. Want them to understand, give them reasons why, but then it's too much. You know, then we don't earn respect by begging for it, okay? Nor demanding it or blah, 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 right? Through fear or anything like that. Fear is not respect, but to, you know, have those consequences. You know, you speak rude to your mother, then this happens or that happens. I don't know. We have to have the consequences and boundaries. Right now, I'm just gonna putting that down. I used to say, you know what, my love is unconditional, but to get sweets from mom, you gotta be sweet to mom. Right? You need to learn the giving and receiving, the ebbs and flows, instead of you just get everything just because you're cute and I love you, you know? That's how we overindulge, and then the children get out there and they're feeling entitled and things like that, you know? Like, I tell my children, of course you're the most special to me, but once you get out there, every child is the most special to somebody. Everybody out there is just as special, you know? So nobody's above or below, and those are the things I'm trying to instill in my children too, so they're not looking down on people and judging others. I was raised, don't judge, and then she turned out to be the most judgmental, most critical I've ever met. Very cruel, cruel way. Knowing how to be solitary. Thank you. Excuse me. There we go. Better out than in. And I know I'm not the only one. Again, that's why I share. I know I'm not the only one. Knowing how to be solitary is central to the art of loving. When we can be alone, we can be with others without using them as a means of escape. Bell hooks. Take a solitary walk. Yes, still cat hair floating around. Take a solitary walk through a local park or on a trail. Embrace the solitude and appreciate the time with your thoughts. That's a 33. Nice number, which makes a 6. Appreciate the time with your thoughts. Do you appreciate the time with your thoughts? Can you be alone, or do you quickly fill up that space with others? Oh, I've got to call somebody, I've got to, whatever that is, distracting yourself from your own thoughts. What is that? So that's what we need to do for that within work, right? The still quiet times. It's a still quiet voice inside. To listen to that. To listen to that little inside. What do you truly need right now? What is the boundaries we need to place down? What is the boundaries that has been crossed? Right? Maybe we need to speak about that. We don't need to do it aggressively. Enough of that aggression. It's time to be assertive, and we don't need to fight. And if somebody's not respecting our boundaries, they're not respecting us. So maybe it's time we respectfully let them out of our lives, right? So we can still love unconditionally. You don't have to You don't have to like somebody to love them, right? You don't have to have them in your life to love them. There's many that I love way over there, right? Because they continue to do the same things. And you see there's no growth and whatever. They're just continuing to do the same things, wallowing in their stuff. And we can get caught up in that. We become like what we surround ourselves around. That was another thing I love. Surround yourself with people that you want to be like. Right? Do you want to be like the misery and blah, blah, blah? That doesn't mean never ever socialize with them. They need that example of things like that. But again, if they're not doing those things, then they're not doing their own self-growth and they're sitting there pointing all those fingers. We can get caught up in that. So we need to look at that. What's that message saying to us, right? What actions do we need to take from those messages that we are receiving when we get still and quiet and from that little inside, right? The messages and the actions, like... I'm saying the actions send messages. I'm saying to the kids, and every little thing means something. So when you're not hearing any words, you're not hearing any of those positive messages from others, and the actions are just showing that they don't care, what conclusions do you have to come to, right? They really don't care. We can convince ourselves, oh, they're just going through that. We can have excuses for everybody else. But what about ourselves here now, right? 11:11. Let's think about that. What are their actions? What message are their actions continuing to tell us? And then we need to take responsibility for that little inside and go, why do we keep expecting changes? Why are we going blue in the face and holding our breath expecting them to change? No, right? We're building on that character. All right, do we have a reputation for being walked all over, to being a pushover, to being whatever? So it's time to stand up and show that character, right? Reputation is based on what others think. What's most important is what we think and feel about ourselves, because that's what we're going to let show, or that's what we're going to hide, and whatever that is building that character, having that strength of character, building that confidence, whatever that is for you, right? And being ourselves. That's how we get that usable energy. So if we keep trying to, okay, this one keeps crossing the boundaries, and we got to keep putting down that boundary and keep putting, some just want us to keep doing that. We're wasting and using that energy on that, and we're explaining ourselves and over again how much this hurt or whatever, or trying to show them how much they hurt us and all that kind of stuff. I got caught up in that too, when they don't care. What they care is like watching how I can make you dance and using you as a puppet, right? So we're getting drained because we're worried about our reputation. That's what, I get caught up in. And you know what? That's what the system is designed to. It protects reputations more than children and victims. Right? That's the constant, the actions, the messages that keep coming from that system. I don't know, what does that say to you? But we need to take that look inside, do those deep, deep dives, and we integrate all that we are, releasing all that we're not. Okay, over and over, I'm sending this energy out here, trying to explain to somebody who's never going to understand, because sometimes they're more committed to misunderstanding you than they are to understanding you, or whatever that is. They're more committed to their misery than making something more positive than growing, right? An alligator rolls with the punches and patience. So we integrate, we take a look, we become that quiet observer. An alligator doesn't make a lot of noise when it's in there observing, right? Before we make those moves. Let's be sure, let's be clear. We keep getting the same message over and over again. Maybe it's time to take action on that message. What is the message you keep hearing over and over again? If we don't take that time alone and get to that still quiet voice, we're not going to hear it. How, right? We're not going to see it. It's paying attention and noticing everything around us. How is nature speaking to us? But not in that hyper-vigilant way of where we're trying to keep ourselves safe. It's in that calm, relaxed way, right? What do I need? What do you need right now, little? How can I help you feel safe and secure so that we can flourish and fly? Right? Where do I need to place down those boundaries? And again, no is a full sentence. We don't need to explain. And somebody that keeps crossing your, they already know. And people aren't going to like boundaries if you're just starting to put down the boundaries. It's, again, a clear way to know whether they're respecting you and care for you or not. Because if they don't respect your boundaries, they do not respect you. So short and sweet. Keep it simple, sweetie. All right? Let's not overcomplicate things. Let's stop giving people excuses. Oh, they love me the way they know how and blah, 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 blah. Right? When we learn other people's love language. So, hey, let's look for those ones that are learning our love language as well. I don't know. What does that all say to you, beautiful beings? Biggest heart hugs ever. Yes, thank you for being you and shining your light through in everything you do. Because you know what? This world needs you. Just to be you. Fully, holy, and true. So don't let let this world miss out on all that's you. So glad you're here. So glad you choose to stay every day. It's grow, grow, grow. Slow, slow, slow. Make this another wonderful, blessed day. Love you all. Mwah. Thank you, thank you. Thank you.